He gave him the space. But it's been a heated battle. And for Kendrick fans, I understand. He's a more melodic rapper than me. Hard beats he ain't really for.
Yeah.
So me being from the East Coast, sometimes I like that harder, and see Drake give you both. That's the difference.
Yeah, he do. Drake do give you both.
He hop in the booth with anybody on the planet. What you doing?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
No, that's
real. Music is what it is, man. So, Philly been having their little rap beefs, and, we got our little drill rappers out here. I want to bring some of them up here because I want to hear the perspective of the drill rappers, the brothers in the hood, the brothers that's name calling after they know the cops is watching. I want to know what y'all really. Seeing 5-10 people get locked up. Right. What we need to see. Right. We gotta think smarter.
I think majority. I know how it started and why they do it. Because at one time it was commercial rap. It was called just commercial rap. Mm-hmm. And dudes were commercially rapping about things that they wouldn't do. And people was pointing it out as a negative. Right. But it's not so much a negative because it was just commercial rap. Right. And commercial rap is just actually just explain. All right, I'm going to be already honest. It's always been a such thing as commercial rap. Mm-hmm. People never was talking about. So some people are like, oh, you ain't rapping about things you're doing. You shouldn't be rapping about things that you're really doing. Well, because at the end of the day, when Melly Mel and Perry P and Grand Tone and, the guys that was rapping in the early 80s that I watched, they were all talking about sociology and psychology. Rap was always about sociology and psychology.
And now it's
it's the same. You call it drill, right? It's not. See, when they put them titles on it, it make it like it makes it a crime. Just like when you say, I'm gonna give you a perfect example. When I did the behind scenes of the Black Mafia story, when BET did American Gangster,
right?
I did all the behind scenes with Bo Baines and everybody that appeared on a BET episode of American Gangster.
Right.
The Philadelphia. I did all the behind scenes. And just narrating the story on my own and putting out a documentary, which part of it is going to be on my documentary coming out. They never said that there was a mafia.
Wow.
They never ever said that they were a mafia. Have you ever named one rapper that said I'm a drill rapper? I mean, to the point where we look at it like drill music is causing violence. We've been rapping about sociology and psychology. We have. Broken glass everywhere. People piss on the station like they just don't care. I can't take this money. I can't take this noise. Got no money to move back. I guess I got no choice. Rats in the front room, roaches in the back, junkies in the alley with the baseball bat. They tried to get away, but they couldn't get far because the man with the repossessed my car. So they've been rapping about sociology and psychology. It's just a little bit more sped up now because yes, it's supposed to be different. It's 57, 58, 59, 60 years plus in hip hop.
They actually saying the names though. Yeah, they saying the names of the people who did. Well, they got the actual murder.
That's psychology.
They got the murder weapon in the video.
That's psychology.
This is something different.
What is psychology? The behavior of how people think. They're explaining to you how they think.
Man, listen.
They're telling on themselves. Like me and Fran was joking around rapping. And it go like this how the guys rap nowadays. Like, I'm going to make my own beat. My name is Bobby. I shot Robbie. I live next door to Tommy. My aunt name is Debbie. I live 4199 Oil Road. And I shot him last night. Yeah. And then I went and got me a cheesesteak from Pagano's. You know, they're telling themselves.
That's real.
But it's the behavior of how they're thinking. Sociology is how they live.
Right.
You have to first understand why do these guys and girls talk like they talk? Honestly.
I think it got
look, Drake house got shot up.
right.
You said that when I ain't believe you till I went and seen it on NBC News, but it may not got nothing to do with hip hop. It ain't got Ness. Yes, Drake is in a beef with Kendrick Lamar. This is Filoosh Talk. This is not my show. I'm a guest on this show, and I know how him and his gang get down. This is Filoosh Talk. So we speaking Filoosh Talk, ladies and gentlemen.
Heavy.
You know what I'm saying? So we ain't saying that it had nothing to do with the rap battle, but this is, like he said, J. Cole bowed out gracefully because J. Cole ain't on that time of when you drill rap, when you rap psychology rap, when you sociology rap, when you talk about beef, when you talk about chicken, when you talk about turkey, whatever meat you talk about, know that there's consequences that come behind it. If you throw, I was always told, if you throw a rock, what's gonna happen?
Something gonna break.
It's a pretty good chance that you could break a glass. That was the number one rule growing up. Never throw rocks. You're gonna break somebody's window.
Right.
You know how many people I broke their windows back when we first moved uptown was all white people.
Right.
Of Germantown section, wherever you're from in life.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But getting back to the hip hop beef, I love the controversial sound that's going on, but I don't want any violence. Hopefully that nobody really get into any violence.
That's what we want.
But we gotta think about it. Listen to me, y'all. There were no crime back in the day. They called home invasions burglary. They used to be called burglary. Wasn't nobody burglarizing nothing. We used to say that was a European crime. Burglary? No. But it's getting worse. It's 2024. People are now.
It's different, man.
Yeah,
different.
The youngins don't have. I think that we need to preach. We need to put. Religion has been taken out of our children's and the families, and that was one principle that held law. If you understand what religion is for, not being spooky. I'm not talking being spooky, but I'm not talking about denouncing the things that work. You know what I'm saying? You really, really, truly, truly, truly need the religion. Because kids need to know what love is, and that's Filoosh Talk.
My man Arch says there's more opportunity out here for the youngest than it was when we came up.
No, it's not.
I think that's what he said.
I would disagree because they have no trade schools. They don't have no OICs. They have no trade schools. You know, everything is forced economically as far as college.
Yeah, I disagree with that, EA.
What do we have to do? We
have a billion. Listen to me.
Okay.
Philadelphia has a lot of.
I just got my question answered, though.
I'm going to answer it real quick.
Okay.
Philadelphia has a lot of money,
We ain't say money.
Listen to what I'm saying. We talking about programs.
Break down the buildings, the programs. Where's the buildings and the programs?
Listen.
Okay, come on. Talk to me.
Let me talk to you.
Yes,
when we came up as young guys, minimum wage was $4.75. We're going to talk real. Right?
Can't talk money, though.
Listen to what I'm saying real quick. Just follow me for 5 seconds.
But education come first, man.
Follow me for 5 seconds, bro.
You
follow
take us out
me
of
for
here.
5 seconds because we can't mix up education and lifestyle with motherfuckers that's just lazy. It's two different things. See, we got some lazy men out here who don't want nothing. That's what we confusing without opportunity.
Aren't we talking about the youth?
Different things.
Are we talking about the youth?
We talking about the youth,
the adolescents,
young men,
the new
adolescents.
Right.
My man was saying there's more opportunity. All I'm saying is
that's his opinion.
The jobs are out here for somebody who wants it. If you want a after school job, Chick-fil-A pays $17.50 an hour. Target paying $20-something an hour.
Sunoco
for somebody that's on point.
Right.
There are jobs out here. E9 has a work program for people who want to work at ShopRite.
Right.
The job program.
So you're talking about older adults. So let me
there's stuff for the youth, bro. When we start at 16.
Well, I'm
16 we start.
I'm a little younger than that. It's too late when you're 16.
I ain't going that
young. They shooting at 11.
We talking about opportunity.
They doing home invasions. They shooting and they doing carjackings at 11 and 12 and 13 years old, bro. I know statistics.
So that's from a lack of opportunity?
No. Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Oh, man.
It's a lack of education. That's why I denounced the money. I denounced financial. before you can make financial gain, you have to have empirical knowledge, experience. How can you actually say that I'm entitled to pay you $25 or $30 an hour for a skill that you don't have?
The young lady tapped in just now and said that's parenting.
But that's what I'm talking about. I'm going back. You talk about demographics of people that can work. I'm talking about demographics of fifth grade, before they get to the ninth grade. Because once they at the ninth grade in high school, they're molded already. I don't give a fuck how good the parent is as a pastor or a fireman or a person like you or me or them or we. The child is already molded at that state. Mm-hmm. It's I ain't gonna say it's too late, but watching it, I'll be 55, inshallah, July 1st. Mm-hmm. I'll be 55 years old. I have watched 5 generations and I studied psychology in jail. Mm-hmm. Alhamdulillah. I'm sorry. Yes, I studied it there. Mm-hmm. And sociology. And I'm proud that I did, because I was able to dig into the books and read more of the books than I would have probably had the opportunity to do if I went to a university or a college. Because I spent 5 years with no TV, no radio, studying these books, reading them. I was reading encyclopedias for 3 months, a whole encyclopedia. Wallahi. Yeah. So when I start studying like the brain pattern education, do you know that some people said it's racist? I was reading a book when I was studying psychology, and it was talking about the brain, and it was breaking down the hemispheres of the brain. I could talk, so I'm gonna speed it up. It was talking about the hemispheres of the brain, and when I got to reading about the brain, a couple of my homies was like, "Man, that's racist." That was written by a racist person. It said that the Hispanics and in my own words, blacks, the reason why they won't be dominant in today's society, and you talk about that was the 90s, because they don't whole brain thinking. They don't use whole brain thinking. Right. What is whole brain thinking? Mm-hmm. Right hemisphere, left hemisphere. Mm-hmm. One controls the physical, one controls the spiritual. Mm-hmm. Based off the way we came through slavery, came out of slavery. Thank God for the Nation of Islam for teaching our brothers and sisters that we are. First of all, Nation of Islam is the one that taught us Islam. Mm-hmm. Before we learned the Sunnah wa al-Jamaat from Malcolm X. Mm-hmm. Brother Malik Shabazz, whatever his name was. Sorry, I don't want to jack nobody's name.
Entry to Philly and everything. I was saying.
The beginning. It said that, but then I said, oh, it's kind of, I understand what that psychiatrist said when he diagnosed people that were going through Stockholm Syndrome. Stockholm Syndrome is any group of people that have been held captive from under their own free will. Whatever was done to them, they're doing it to themselves. Some people were saying it's black on black crime. Some people were saying it's self-genocide. From now on, we taking it back off no anger, none of that. You know what I'm saying? I say it's lack of education. It's lack of parenting, like she said. It's going back into the home front. Instead of putting a tablet in front of the child's face, give them a goddamn book to read. You know what I'm saying? My daughter, like, this is something that I learned from jail, because I learned how jail helped me be articulate.
Right.
When I didn't have a degree, where I make 6 figures working with people that got degrees.
Right.
And people think it's bragging, but no, it's not bragging, because I worked for $6 an hour when I first came home from jail. I got 18 cents an hour in jail, 38 cents a month. 51 cents. I was working on farms shoveling bridges for $85 a month. Dang. So I'm entitled to this bread I get now. and the reason why I still had a little education, but I got more educated in that jail, the Black Man's University. We can't learn. We got so many distractions out here in the world. We can't learn. Learn what? A skill, a trade. Show me where you can go. There used to be tons of them where the kid can go and learn how to put brakes on in a facility and get a certificate. Mm-hmm. Show me where the child can go to go learn how to paint, like they taught me how to paint in the penitentiary. And I'm a very good painter. No, I'm just saying. No, I'm talking about like those big schools they used to be out. Even though they used to charge a lot, but it still was a lot of them around. Mm-hmm. It's none of them around. The OIC programs. You know
That's where I started at 14, bro. Oh,
I know what I'm talking. I ain't saying like we the same ones that was denouncing the funding for the police by saying defund the police during COVID. Yes, I was saying defund it with y'all, but talk about the millions of dollars from the POW centers. I want to talk about take the cops off the street because we need them. I love the cops. I love the firemen. I love all municipalities because we need law and order.
Right.
We do.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But when they took, I feel like a nut saying it and agreeing with y'all. They took the millions of dollars out of the power centers. Now we don't have nothing. Do y'all research. Stop speaking out of the tongue, out of ignorance.
Man, listen. Some people don't.
And they do start home. They do start home. And we ain't talking about the lazy children. That's the kids. No disrespect. The kids, the demographics he talking about, they lazy.
Programs.
I'm talking about before they get a chance to learn what lazy is. They're forced to go to school by the parents. So why they're forced to be taught and learn, let's give them something else to learn. Besides when they come to fuck home, that tablet. We all fans of it. Grand Theft Auto.
Archie's saying the programs are there. They not going. They don't think it's cool.
Well, it need to be advertised a little bit more, and we need to make it cooler. It's simple. Let's make it cooler. Let's go to the Fox 29s, the Channel 6s, the Channel 3s, the Channel 10s, Power 99, Clear Channel.
And saying there's a
I
lot of
program, and I know a few of them. I'm outside. You can't talk to me. I'm outside. I know all the programs. Stop playing.
I definitely believe
but
that.
They're not advertised. Out of state, out of mind. Yeah, you got a program. Put it out there. You know you don't need that. Don't say you need money. You don't need money. You can get free advertisement through Clear Channel, ABC, NBC, Fox 29. It's called go to the news desk and submit your proposal. And they will give you, because every station, no matter big or small, has money, a budget to give you free advertisement. I have utilized it.
This young man, Uptown Sentiment, is saying my nonprofit employs 200 plus kids a summer.
I know plenty of them.
Yes, sir.
I know plenty of them.
Chime in, man.
But you gotta be out of state, out of mind, and not just on this platform.
Right.
Take our income tax check and put it on the billboard where everybody at, so we can see it. We gotta spend money on ourselves. Well, we looking for a welfare check.
Right.
No, we work ourselves. And I learned from experience. Ain't nobody give us nothing. We gain everything we got.
So when did you realize, coming up in the hood in the streets, that you got to be a responsible working man?
When I went to jail,
Okay.
I was a drug dealer. Something I'm offended by saying, open and publicly, because I thought that was the shit. It was a learned behavior. I was taught how to sell drugs in 1983. I stopped being Cool Grant E, that rapping MC from 75th and Fayette, when drugs was given to me to sell. 2 years later, Run DMC and LL Cool J and the message Broken Glass Everywhere came out. I said, damn, I shouldn't have stopped rapping. I could be like LL Cool J. But instead, I was taking the money that I was and buying leather blazers, trying to be like them, mimicking them. Walk this way. I watched them come out, bro.
Okay.
But it was a learned behavior. And like I said, if I had my father figure in my life, and I ain't blaming my pop, rest in peace.
Okay.
But if I had a strong father figure in my life, I had my older cousins, but they was fending for themselves. That could have taught me a trade, a skill. My mother did the best she could when there was 13 of us in one house when my aunt passed away.
Yeah.
I learned the drugs. I learned the drugs with Izzy Mack, rest in peace. You know what I'm saying? Honestly,
Izzy Mack, man.
Honestly, I'm talking about 81, 82. People can't say that.
Yeah.
People can't honestly and don't commercial rap like the rappers do. You know what I'm saying? Would you say that we had more opportunities than the kids today? I say no. We was talking about that earlier. The brother said the kids got more opportunity. Wait a minute. Would you say that we had more? No, we didn't. Yeah, we had more opportunities than the kids had today. We had the OIC programs. We had more libraries than exists now. Honestly, our libraries look like shit.
Our whole community, our families, everything was different than me. The hood,
No
our
disrespect to the government.
our whole structure. We had more fathers in the homes. We set more of the tempo to the hood. We can chill some shit out. We have respect for older people and older men and
lack of education.
Muslims were respected on a high level. You know?
Day.
Come on, man.
What's Filoosh Talk? We're on Filoosh Talk, ladies and gentlemen. I'm just a guest tonight, and I love to do this because this is my brother, and the spirit be real. What is education? Education is the knowledge of everything that exists. Being educated. Overstand, stop using the term. Start to use the term overstand. When you become conscious of a certain subject, topic of discussion, say that you overstand it. You know what I'm saying? What happened? Oh, no, we were talking about...
break off. No, he's saying like from the days I was talking about.
I think what happened was human beings became more experienced with the ability of manipulation. And we start manipulating the educational system, the process of learning. Let's take it back to when we was taught how to wash woodworks. We was taught how to clean the glass tables before we had to go out, wash dishes, do laundry. You know what I'm saying? Look, I'm gonna tell you one good thing. And you may say it's not the same change. The change from now on all the violence to the change back in the day, it was still violence back in the day. They had gang warring. It just wasn't that publicized. With all the social media and the apps and the attention.
Had real gang wars.
They had gang wars, and it was real. I lived in my cousins used to go outside. I remember putting on the green army fatigue jackets, the Chuck sneaks, and going outside. And at this time, I lived everywhere. We lived at Wayne and Seymour.
This brother says something real
deep,
man.
The Nation of Islam back. No, we need the old Nation of Islam back.
You know what I mean?
Agree. The old nation.
They set a different tone in Philly.
We still,
really in Philly history, from my knowledge, they was part of what stopped the gang warring and the crime in the city.
Well, that's because it was still family oriented. Everybody that was in the Nation of Islam was a part of a family. Because from my research and my studies of talking to Abu Bobaines and a lot of other great OGs, rest in peace, Bo Baines, the owner of Bilal Gardens.
Yeah.
My OG, I can comfortably say that. Rest in peace.
Muhammad, good brother, good soul,
I had the blessings to be able to cover the behind scenes story of his whole life.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You know, they was
different.
They was trying to teach the black people that it's okay to not fry your hair, and it's okay to not have to fit in with the people that look like they fitting in. Just like the have and the have-nots. I understand Tyler Perry's have and the have-nots.
Let me tell you
something. That's a strong phraseology.
Just think about the garden, though, man. I went there to my 8th grade graduation from Leeds.
You remember this about
like
that
on
sandwich.
some real rap, like a Muslim establishment you can sit down and eat some really good food, take your whole family to. I'm talking about when we was dining in.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like the best fish hoagies in the city. You know what I mean? Like we gotta take it back.
Look at that. I'm from uptown.
Family in there.
I ride by 2 abandoned schools a day. It's sad. It's sad. See, but I'm one of those guys that's for government. Like y'all crazy if y'all say F the government. Y'all don't overstand life.
You can't say that.
We're about voting. I'm about all that. You're saying you want to go back to cannibalism days by saying fuck government, by saying fuck control.
Not to cut you
by
off.
By saying law and order. Because they don't know no better. Y'all don't overstand.
Not to cut EA off. We're going to have the commissioner of the city on Filoosh Talk, Omar Sabir. He going to tell you all the importance in voting, why we need to
vote, we know why.
All that. Some of us don't, man. Some of us don't know about change. We don't know about all that.
I'm going to tell y'all, I'm going to give y'all a little secret. Start with the smallest legislating offices like city council, state representative. Start looking up the definition of their job descriptions. It's public record. Start from the city controller, the city councilman, the state representative. Go all the way up to the senators, the governors. Start from the bottom. Start from the bottom. The mayor's office, salute my queen, Sherelle Parker. Start from all of them. I love them all. I even love David O. Right. And he's a Republican.
Right.
David O did more for black people that I know of than any other.
Yep.
To be all honest. I like the White Evans. I grew up, and I battled that office for a lot of years when I first came home from jail in November '98, and they funded a lot of the Stop the Violence celebrity basketball games that I have had. You know what I'm saying? Even the
man,
Mesquite
that's
days.
a good question. Speaking of government, how do we feel about the job that Sherelle Parker is doing? I love it. I love what Sherelle Parker is doing.
Give her a chance.
She's trying to bring change.
She is doing
a lot of people want to be critical, but we at a state of emergency.
Because you know why they say that? Not saying the brother right here, because people say, what's she done? I don't see it. I'm going to tell you what she done. In the areas that I see where it was the violent people speeding cars, bucking traffic, possibly in a stoli, as they call it, after they kidnapped somebody, took their car at gunpoint, they got them speed bumps in certain areas.
Bro,
I'm for the cleanup.
She had cops cleaning up down Kensington.
Fran said
I ain't never seen that.
Fran said something that made a lot of sense. Fran, he said, the guy made a joke. I was getting some VIP laminates, for my last cancer badge, June 30th. Mm-hmm. And the guy said, wow, they must have been taking a long time. You took a long time over there. Your buddy over there was taking a nap. And I said, Fran, you nod out everywhere. He said, man, I can nod out in Staples because dudes in the streets ain't standing on business.
Right.
I said, oh. And it was a joke. We laughed, but it was the most powerful joke coming from a young buck. The young bucks, I can literally go, that's a street code. Never fall asleep outside. Mm-hmm. But he said, I could fall asleep in Staples because ain't no gangsters willing. Only people that's in Staples is business-minded people.
I feel you.
Whether self-entrepreneurs or workers, because you got to be a worker no matter if you work for yourself or you work for somebody else.
Got a good question for you, EA, man. Yep. Totally off subject, off topic.
Any subject is a good subject.
This is the interview.
I love it.
This is a 30th show party. My brother is here, and there's a couple things I want to ask you.
Let's get this question real quick.
All right.
I'd like to see her attempt to repair the relationship between the police and the street. That ain't her damn job, bro. Respectfully. Sis, whoever that is. That ain't her job. Her job. That's our job. That's the neighbor's job. That's the mom's and the father's job to raise them, to tell them disrespectful ass kids. They're not disrespectful when they just trying to do their job. So this is what I'ma start. I'ma start. If a cop pull me over for whatever reason, license, registration, no problem, officer. Here you go. Not like I used to do. Why you pull me over? I'm legit. What the fuck you pull me over for?
Well, I'm going to say that. He asked it a crazy question. He's saying, why ain't
out of it?
I'm going to tell you something, brother. We giving her too many high expectations too fast.
You got a good question, but
she's not going to do all of this in months' time. It take from the people. First of all, the police had a disconnect from the last mayor. So, it has to be a reconnect. That's going to take her coming in with the
man that said I'll give up.
Yeah, like so.
And they ain't even like the mayor. They didn't even like the mayor. Mm-hmm. The last police commissioner, boy, fat neck boy. I hate boy. Look like he from Geno's. Look like he eat Geno's cheesesteaks all day. What was his name?
Right, and she's hiring a lot of her folks, man. Like police commissioner.
She hiring our folks. Guess where they from, Day? I know you originally from down north. You got a little uptown love. They from uptown, and the reason why I love that
that's a good thing.
That's a good thing. No disrespect to South Philly, Southwest, Frankfurt, Northeast, North Philly. Did I forget any neighborhoods? I said every last one. I think West Philly and Southwest. Yes, South Philly, uptown. No, that wouldn't be right to say that, but it is a thing. It is a thing called demographics. Right. And based on education and demographically speaking, she's picking a good core of people. Like when she picked that young lady,
I agree.
That girl that's about 20-something years old, to start. That's what we need to use our youth, the educated youth, not the ones that's walking around in black New Balances, black Nike Adidas sweatpants, a black Pooh Shiesty mask, and all blacked out, ready to take your pocketbook and your car keys.
All right, E. I got two good questions, man. I want to know 2-3 questions. I want to know first, how did you get into music years ago with Easy J's when you was in DVD's music, what was your entry to music?
Well, let me give you a little. Let me give you, and this a couple times.
Because you don't even know. I go all the way back like that, though. Well, you know what I'm saying? I'm going back.
I came home from jail November '98. Remember, I used to be a rapper in the '80s.
Right.
I stopped rapping. I figured from like '84 to '98, I wasn't in the music game.
Right.
Well, November '98, when I came home from the music game, rest in peace, Roller. Roller, him and Sadiq started Black Friday with Sherm Byers, Mark Byers, and a few others. That was my man. Him and Short Dog picked me up from the train station.
Right.
And I didn't want them to take me to the halfway house because they was in a Maybach, a Mercedes. Because being a drug dealer, I didn't want the halfway house staff to perceive me as back to the foolishness again. Until Short like, no, this Jay-Z Benz. I'm like, who Jay-Z? Oh, the rapper boy? Because I heard of Jay-Z and DMX when I first came home. Make a long story short, because of those guys, I started doing a rap CD called Philly's Finest across the street from where we at now.
Right.
With the engineer C's. C's was the first engineer. C's a good dude. See, I fuck with C's.
A lot of my folks. I know that.
C's was the first one that I caught in the lie in the music game.
Okay.
That's bad for saying that. I'm sorry, that's your folks, but I keep it 100.
No, I ain't saying he was my folks.
I don't care. I keep it 100. C said, nah. Well, my man said he was a high wig, but I'm talking to him on the phone. He giving me the game. He like, no, make sure they mix your stuff down. So as I start getting the stuff recorded, I'm like, yo, you gonna mix it down? He said it's already pre-mixed, Now I know he was just recording me saying that it was mixed. Instead of saying, no, I don't know how, or... So we started a rap CD. We put about 4 out called Philly's Finest. Right. And salute Allen Iverson, because Allen Iverson, when I decided to do a concert, at that time in between, I was on my second Philly's Finest rap CD, Ghetto Black, rest in peace, from 66 in Ogans, was like, yo, EA, you should get with, at this time I told Big Star, Too Raw for the Streets, I was like, yo, why don't you, I'm doing Philly's Finest rap concert, why don't you come and film the rappers that's going to be on it? So he said, he was so excited, I'll never forget. So Ghetto Black came to me and was like, yo, you should let Easy J's do that joint, he got a TV show.
Ghetto Black.
And I'm like, Easy J's from 80th and Ogans? Because I'm from 75th and Ogans. I'm like, oh, that's family. Let me call him. He gave me Easy J's number. He's like, yeah, my brother. I didn't know his brother at the time. My oldest brother, he a professor at Arcadia. He the one that teach me how to do editing. I can edit. I know how to do it. And da-da-da-da. So I went over his crib a couple times. He was showing me how to edit stuff. Showing me how to work a camera. I don't know what you want to call it. I told Too Raw for the Streets, Big Star, never mind. My man was going to do it. So the footage that we took, we put on the TV show. At that time, Ease was on first 48, Channel 48. And within 2-3 months, we was on WB 17. So Easy Jace was the one that taught me how to work a camera. Good dude. From working around, meeting other photographers in the game and movers and shakers, I learned from guys that had degrees, video production. Then I start reading up, when they start teaching me phraseologies, like the thirds. If any photographers know what the thirds is, that's a very important phrase and service that you can give a person in photography. Okay. And besides lighting and all that, that's something. So that's how I learned that, man. And
all right. We got you in the music, right?
Yeah.
I got another hitter for you, man. How did you step into fashion, man? Real short.
Well, go to my website real quick. If you go to my website, www.stormerfashion.co.
Okay.
My bio says my mother bought my first suit from the thrift store and my tie. The thrift store was at Broad Naomi. I never forget, because after we left the thrift store, we went to the Esquire movie theater. This was back in 81, 79, something like that. It was like super close to that. 81, 82, you know what I'm saying? 1982, 1981. And going to Leeds in the 6th grade, when I used to walk to school, I used to have holes in my sneaks. I used to be embarrassed, holes in my socks. So I promised when I start selling drugs, I hate to say it, that I start buying clothes, and it made me feel better. And I love how it felt when I would take Izzy or somebody else to Strawbridge's and buy him a polo shirt, because polo was like, I never forget when we used to buy the terry cloth polo shirts. They was like $95.
About 80,
do you know what it's like
something?
back in 84, 85, to catch the subway to Strawbridge's or John Wanamaker's and buy a $95 terry cloth polo shirt? When you had like, I had like $300-$400 in my pocket. That was like having like 3,000. You know, so that's what inspired me to do fashion.
How did you jump into the big arenas? How did you jump into the big
with
stages?
a couple brothers, Roy and Jamar. They was called the Dudley Boys at the time. They were selling Dudley hair products, and at that time, I was dating my ex-wife, that owned Forte Unisex Salon. We best of friends now. I dated a lot of hairdressers because I was fascinated with hairdressers from that passion. I always liked the girls that got a wash and curl. I always thought that was the sexiest shit in a lady in the world, because it smelled good. You ever go up on a young lady that got a wash and curl, the way her hair smell make you, that was the, I ain't gonna go into Kama Sutra, but that was the first desire in a good way, like, oh my God. So I always was fascinated about that. You know what I'm saying? So the Dudley Boys, one day, you know, because having a little bit of money, yeah, I'm keeping it real, washing curl the shit. You know what I'm saying? Had a little bit of money. They like, yo, let's do a show together. I was delighted to do one together. So we did a hair show and a fashion show. When I started doing my own, my first show was about 18 years ago, called the Psychotic Storm of Fashion. No, I'm lying. My first show by myself was, and maybe it was 18. When was Mama Jones' song Psychotic Bitch out? Hold on. Hold on.
Time ago. Yeah, man.
When did Mama Jones' Psychotic Bitch song come out? I'm asking Google, y'all. It don't say. 2015.
Okay.
2015. That's when I first did my first show by myself.
Mm-hmm.
Second show by myself. Starlight Ballroom. Hold like 3,000 people.
Woo.
Mama Jones was at that time on Love and Hip Hop. One of them Jones, that first show, the first Love and Hip Hop, she was whamming. So I asked my man Larry, I'm like, yo, I'm gonna get Mama Jones to host it. She hosted my first fashion show that my daughter was in.
Damn.
My daughter was like 5 or 4 years old. I'm gonna show you a picture.
Ooh, that's heavy.
Now she's 19. She asked me for that picture 3 days ago. Dad, you still got that picture? I said, I sure do, because that was the first fashion show she was in. So that's where I jumped into. But then just having a little bit of money, I wasn't afraid to go to the Hilton Hotel on City Line Avenue and was $18,000 and rent that joint, because it's like doing a wedding reception.
Right.
You know, when you do it at a place like that, it's like doing a wedding reception. $95 a plate. You have to accept the because that's how they do you. They say, no, we'll waive the $10,000 venue price if you take our food. I'm not going to cheat the people and take a toast meal. All right, give me the toast, the bread, the butter, and some water.
Right.
And then try to charge somebody $30. No. Mm-hmm. But that's why certain places you go to, people charge a lot.
But I must say, man, you have some beautiful events, man. Really eloquent.
Because of
nice,
guys like you being in it.
No BS.
I appreciate
all
that.
Thorough, no problems,
that,
no money problems. Just thorough, man, always. You know what I mean? But I got another question.
And we the only ones that allow the designers and the models to keep half the money. No fashion shows ever would say, here go $1,000 worth of tickets, keep $500 and bring us back $500.
And this after he done damn near paid the dub or whatever for the venue. You know what I mean? Real rap. But on a high level, though.
Thank you for saying that. And you're a great part of helping me with that.
I got a question for you. What is going on with this all-white cancer bash? I just keep hearing about it.
It's not the disease cancer. It's the zodiac cancer. Let me tell you. First of all, I had to step it up a notch, and I said, I just told
I had to ask him this because I keep hearing about it. Yeah,
I told Izzy Mack, rest in peace, that my best friend passed away Saturday after we had the biggest time of our life with DJ Diamond Cuts Friday. He exited out gracefully with his wife, his kids, and myself and other people. I said, Mac, it's going to be my last party, man. I've been celebrating my birthdays, which I call them born days, because I like that phraseology first from a psychological perspective. The day you were born sounds better than the day you were birthed, because you only get one birth. You birth one time. Right. Make sense? Right. So to keep saying happy birthday, no, you're not birthed. You were born. So it's better from a psychology perspective, phraseology perspective, to say born day, not birthday. You only die once and you only are born once.
My God.
I just study a lot.
But tell them, man, for what they want.
All white. Zodiac Cancer.
Right.
Is that Love 17?
Heavy.
I said, Keisha, I need one of the classiest spots I can do.
What you gotta have on, man?
All white. We got 5 chefs. Let me break down what the chefs preparing. I got a chef for the salad. This is going to be the most sexiest salad you ever see in your whole entire life.
Damn.
I got a chef for the salmon.
Damn.
I got a chef for the stuffed whole lobsters. I got a chef for the bakery goods. I got a chef for the 3-tier cakes that I'm getting for the guests. I don't care if we don't eat it. We're going to take it with you. Mm-hmm. My candy table... I'm going to say she a chef, but she ain't a chef. He ain't a chef. And it ain't the candy lady that be walking around with the candy on her head.
Not the candy lady.
But it's $55. Let me show you.
Man, this guy ain't playing. He did
$55. First of all, the doors open up at 4.
Right. He already knows.
It's over at 11 p.m.
Right.
You going to drink top shelf alcohol, wine,
right,
champagne.
Hello.
From 4 to 11. And you get a VIP. $55.
All you can drink. He said all you can drink.
All you can drink. Top shelf. Oh no, we ain't doing no punches.
This ain't.
You won't see a punch in there. No disrespect. For $25, general admission, you get to eat all the good food.
Man, that's heavy. And I'm
not sneaking no bottles in though.
This my man last party. I have to be there, inshallah.
It's my last one. Hopefully that I live to see before June 30th. My born day is on July 1st. I don't take life for granted.
Yeah.
I do look both ways before I cross the street.
Right.
I do ask for your blessings. I do ask for your blessings for my best friend that passed away Saturday, Izzy Mack. If you want his name specifically, it's Alan Irvin. Mm-hmm. But I do ask anybody, if you are Zodiac Cancer, you get a VIP for free.
Hello.
If you want to celebrate with us on the strength of Filoosh Talk. You know what I'm saying? You get to celebrate for free.
If you're a Cancer.
But let me tell you what my performances is that's the best for me in my life.
Okay.
My daughter, 19 years old. Mm-hmm. She sing opera. She sings Spanish. Okay. Some of y'all know my daughter can sing, but she's my main performance.
Okay.
She's singing my favorite songs, cover songs.
Okay.
I hired the most top-notch band that I could possibly find.
Mm-hmm. Heavy.
They play for Erykah Badu. They play for all top-notch artists.
So you mean to tell me this?
I almost had the ones that play for Doja Cat and them.
So you mean to tell me this is heavy? This ain't no regular party.
I ain't finished. Yes, I got my young boy Corey Williams, because Corey Williams been with me since I started. So if this is going to be my last one, I juggled around a lot of artists. There was some fine artists that really can sing. Some just could sing, but I was looking for people that can sing. No disrespect, you know what I'm saying? So they're my big performances, and the last performance is a fashion show.
Okay.
I have certain designers that I love. They're just going to show you a few pieces, and I'm launching my line. I was thinking about throwing me and Yama's lingerie line in, the body to kill for, but I think I'm going to wait for that.
Okay.
Because, I don't think the material is going to come on time.
Okay.
And, but we do have lingerie for children, too. robes, the whole nine, like
heavy,
like stuff for guys. This is the first line that got lingerie for guys where you could come to the bed sexy. Now I'm from uptown, respectfully. I use the word sexy, and I'm drip master. I don't think there's nobody that can dress better than me on any level, from shoes, sneakers, socks to drawers, jeans, shirts, hats, the whole nine, glasses, the whole nine, from all the accessories. It ain't about the money, cause we can go to Kohl's and I'll outdress you in Kohl's. I'll outdress you in Ross. I'll outdress you in Walmart. I'll outdress you in Bergdorf. You name it. Let's do it.
Yo, listen. This is episode 30 of Filoosh Talk, man. It was so much fun having the big homie up here, EA.
We got it out.
I just want to tell him, man, it's love. And, we out. We out, baby. Ant back next week.
Ant back next week. Thank you, brother, for allowing me, man. I just want to say make dua for my man Izzy Mac. You know what I'm saying?
Izzy Mac, uptown legend, real rap girl.
And you know that Filoosh Talk mean a lot to me. For me to be in a spirited mode, to gain mastery over what I just did, bury my friend, put him in the grave with his sons and his children, and come here and be able to have the most fun, joyous time for an hour with you. Thank you for allowing me, Filoosh Talk.
I appreciate that, man.
Episode
I really
30
appreciate that.
I love y'all show, man. When I'm not, I watch y'all show. I like the topics. I like the relationship topics. Ladies, y'all must do better. Y'all must do better, ladies. Why am I saying that? Because, men, we got a lot of work to do.
Right.
But we want to see a little bit more washing curls. Thank you.
Your name, but I feel your pain. I probably was feeling the same. Young boy, I don't